We're about to run a quiet experiment on you, right here, right now. I need you to do absolutely nothing. Don't skip. Don't touch your phone. Don't even fix your posture. Just sit and stare at this blank space. 10 full seconds, starting now. You felt it, didn't you? By second 3, your eyes started looking for escape. By 5, your hand twitched. By 8, something tightened in your chest. Your mind screamed for stimulus, for noise, for anything. Why has the simplest thing in the world, just existing, become almost unbearable? Welcome to the hidden psychology of boredom. Today we tear it apart and turn it into your sharpest weapon. This is the quiet discipline. In 2014, University of Virginia researchers did something brutally honest. They put ordinary people in an empty room for 15 minutes. No phone, no book, nothing, just a chair, and one button that gave a mild electric shock. Everyone tested the shock first. Everyone hated it. Most said they'd pay money never to feel it again. Door closed. Timer started. Result: 67% of men and 25% of women pressed that button at least once. One man pressed it 190 times in 15 minutes. They chose pain over being alone with their own mind. Blaise Pascal wrote centuries ago, "All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone." He never saw TikTok. He never saw algorithms built by thousands of PhDs with one single goal: destroy your capacity to sit still. But he already knew. We are terrified of our own thoughts. Here's what almost no one tells you. When you get bored, your brain is not shutting down. It is switching into its most powerful hidden mode. Scientists call it the default mode network. When external tasks disappear, this network lights up. Medial prefrontal cortex, posterior cingulate, deep parietal regions. This is where your mind wanders on purpose. This is where it reviews your past, simulates futures, rewrites old conversations, and builds completely new scenarios. This is where your sense of self lives, where creativity is actually born. People who score highest on creativity tests have the strongest, most connected default mode network. And when researchers first bore people for 10 long minutes and then asked them to invent unusual uses for a brick or paperclip, the bored group destroys the control group in originality. Boredom literally forces the brain to start connecting ideas that never met before. So boredom is not a bug. It is your brain begging, "Give me space." I have work to do, but every time you open an app, you slam the door in its face. We've been trained to treat boredom like an error, so we drown the signal in endless stimulation. Every scroll, every notification, every 8-second clip gives you a tiny hit of dopamine. It doesn't feed you, it sedates you. Over years, this destroys your ability to sit with one thought long enough for it to grow into something real. Your default mode network atrophies, not because it's broken, but because you never let it run. Here's the reversal almost no one sees. That terrifying emptiness you run from. It is the exact place where your deepest work begins. Children invent entire universes when left alone. Your best ideas come in the shower, on walks, in dull meetings. exactly when the outside world finally shuts up. Avoid boredom, and you avoid your own potential. You didn't lose creativity. You overdosed on entertainment. So here's how you finally open the door. The wall protocol. One chair, one blank wall. Phone in another room. 10 minutes on the timer. No music, no podcast, no closing eyes. Just sit and stare. Your mind will riot. Old cringe will surface. Restlessness will scream. A voice will whisper, "This is stupid." Stand up. Perfect. That is withdrawal. That is years of noise finally burning off. Don't fight. Just watch. Like you're behind thick glass observing a storm. And if you stay, right at the moment when every cell wants to run, something breaks open. The noise quiets. Thoughts stretch. Suddenly, you understand something you avoided for years. That is the default mode network finally getting the space it was built for. That is where real discipline is forged. True freedom is not having infinite choices. True freedom is being able to sit in silence with yourself and not flinch. If you cannot stand your own company, why do you expect anyone else to? Learn to be still. Learn to be bored, because on the other side is not emptiness. It's the you've been too distracted to meet. This is the quiet discipline